Okay, so we got the top almost painted. We got one little bit more to paint right there, and then we've got the bottom poles and the thing coming over, and that'll be done being painted. And you can see the shelf and how it blends in. We also got this fish tank moved in the back. I can finish the black material across there and start against the back wall, and then we can start building the rack in there. That's just the next step on the evolution of this basement beta room. So you can see you got to move everything to get to one little section. They're moving babies and moving tanks now, and it's a little hectic, but we'll get her done. Listen, we have run into some good news, which we get the wall done, and some bad news. You know, this tank here is coming out of here, but our plans were the 75-gallon, or I'm sorry, a 40-gallon on the bottom. We got the 40 here, and it's a 1/4 inch too wide to fit in there. Even if I take the front legs off and get it in there, I can't get the legs back on because the trim of the plastic is hitting it. And we took the top trim off, it still won't fit it. So that idea is gone. We're going to have to go with just nothing but 10 gallons across here, or maybe even a 30 and a 5-gallon, something like that. And then we can lower all these down, since, you know, it's lower than the 40-gallon was tall. So we can bring these down about 11 inches lower each one and make another rack up top to fit fish. So she started getting things set up, got this tank up and running, got this tank up and running. These two tanks are just sitting here. They're actually giveaways. People haven't picked up yet. We had given away the beta tanks from Aquatics, and 2 of the people still haven't picked them up yet. So they're just sitting there for storage right now. But we did go ahead and get this wall done over here, all the way over to that corner, but I got to finish that corner. I can't do that until I get this stuff out of here, because then we've got from that wall to here to finish with the last sheet we have right here. So that's going to give her, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 gallons here, all on racking, but the bottom one won't be 10. She wants her sorority of females to be in something bigger. They're in the 16 right now, that one. And she wants them to be in like at least a 30. So we can do a 30-gallon down there, and which is just as high as the 10, just longer. And maybe a 5 in the end, or just leave the end for storage. I don't know. So, but once we find the tank, which now we have to go out and look for them, because I found the 40, now we have to go out there and find what'll fit here. And then move all these rows down, you know, these shelving, move them all down accordingly to have everything fit. Then we can eliminate this tank, because the sorority of female betas will go down here. Yes, I said beta, not beta. Too many people are yelling at me. So we get that done. That's our next step. Find the tank down here, move the sorority, and then get this tank out of here. Then we're going to be building the shelf right from here all the way across, and then these will just be shelves for all the babies. Once they get too big to be in a 10-gallon together, then she's going to put them in a, I think she ordered them, I think they're 6 by 6 by 6 plastic trays, plastic cups, it looks like, square cups. And that's going to be the home for the betas until they sell. And betas until they sell. For the babies, they're going to be small yet. So that's our plan to get up to here. Then across here, I'm putting in a sink and a drain right here, so that she can change water down here and have a way to drain water out. The drain hole is right on the other side of that door. So I just got to come through here, put a P-trap on a sink hanging right here, and then run her water over to where we're going to have it fill up a storage tub. So she'll always have pre-mixed and same temperature water as this house here, as this room, because she's going to have a heater in here for this room. Like I said, we're going to have plastic that's going to go from here straight across to here, and then that room right there is going to be kept at 83 degrees, which is good for their betas and breeding and all that. And if any sickness, she can just take a heater and put into whichever tank is sick and bring it up to 87 real easily, and then that'll kill all ick and stuff like that. So our next step, like I said, get the sororities here and move that tank out, build that shelf. Then another step, put these tanks over here on the shelving and get this cabinet all out of here, put the black sheet on, and then build the cabinet here. because this is too tall. She says it sticks up too high. She's short, so I can make a cabinet smaller and then have shelving going across from here all the way over for all these little 2.5 tanks to sit just like they are right across here. So she'll have a row here and a row here. That'll give her about, what do we got? 5 here. There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll give her about 20 of these. And this is what she breeds them in. When she puts them together, she puts them in one of these little tanks like this, and it works great. She's had 3 sets of babies. So, but what that's going to do now is eliminate, like, this tank here as a spare and a needed. This tank is a spare, you know, in case you need something. You know, no more of this kind of stuff. No more temporary holding. And, you know, we clean out the rest of the stuff. Plus, she's got, you know, storage. So she does need the shelves underneath there. But what I was figuring was we build her a desktop all the way across from here, all the way over. And it can be as wide as this. It just down lower a little bit. That way, we can have our storage water right here with a pump in it and a hose that would hang out here. And just a little switch on the wall that turns the pump on so that she can refill all this. Now, I figured that storage tub, I can have it on an auto top-off system that runs from the pipes to here, and then when she drains that out, she's going to have to turn the power off to the auto top-off. But when she drains it down out and does her fish tank stuff, she can then turn on the auto top-off. It'll fill up and shut off itself. Then she has to add the salt in it to bring it to the same salinity as all these tanks. And then leave it sit for a day or two, and then she's got enough water to do more water changes if she ever needs. So she'll be doing good. That'll all work. And this will look a lot neater with, you know, 10 of the 2.5s and 10 more here. And then she has a shelf down here for working on stuff, doing stuff, moving things, you know. And she'll have the storage underneath. And then this here will just be open. There won't be nothing here. So when you walk into this room, you're not going to see this, any of that stuff. It's just going to be this all black and an all black shelf there, the sink there and the water, and then over here is the shelving, and we'll make it all black too. And at that point, I'm going to say I'm done. I ain't doing it no more. So it's crazy because we had to do all this after she started. So she started upstairs, and then she took over the whole dining room. So I, you know, come up with this idea to put her down here, and now she's having babies all the same time while we're doing all this, and it just made it for, you know, a horrible experience to do this. So if we'd have thought ahead and pre-built this and then she started, it would have been a lot easier. We wouldn't have had to been working around so much active systems and things running and babies and all that kind of stuff. So I haven't put down the floor padding yet. And, I've got a little more painting to do on that side. I finished all this over here, all the way up top, all the way to we're done. Actually, I can take this out now. I have a piece of cardboard up there so it didn't hit the ceiling. And then same thing I did down here. So this side's painted. I got to paint the shelf, and then the insides of that. The outside's already painted on the other side. So we're getting places with it. It's taken a while, but, you know, this is the second day I'm working on it. And like I said, the biggest problem is, like, now that we can't get that 40 in there, we're going to set it up for 10. So this can come down 11 inches. So we got to take these tanks off, take this railing, put it down 11 inches, and then move this one down 11 inches. And that's going to bring, this one can come down to 11 inches, and it'll leave a room for 10s up here. So, you know, you can't do one thing without doing something here. And to do this, you need to do that. So it's like, what do we do first? Because everything is in a row, you know. Just like these sororities, we can't get them moved out of this tank, so we can't move this tank until we get the girls moved out. We can't get the girls moved out until we get a tank set up here after it's painted and find the right tank set up. So one thing leads to another, but I put in a temporary light here, so this cord won't be hanging here. It's just to a little strip light. Sorry for the glare, but just to give me some, you know, light over here while I'm working on it. Now, all these cords won't be here because the power pack for all the things on this shelf will be on that wall right there. And then, you know, everything will be going behind the tanks and plugging in there. This was just, you know, what she had to do right now. So we're also putting in a power pack right here. See how we've got air pump here and then her little power pack here. This is going to go on the wall in between this shelf and this shelf. So she'll have plugs right down there. making it easy for her. What else we got to do? Oh, and then last step we got to do is, see the ceiling? We're going to have to cover this with plastic. Let me come out of here. We're going to cover the whole top with plastic to keep the moisture, well, from here over, to keep the moisture in. And I told her she had to have lids for every one of these tanks. Even the little 2.5 gallons need lids. We have a lid or two, but so here's the lid for this one, and it's got a cracked corner. But I can make some plexiglass lids for these, no problem. And since they're going in sideways, if I make it out of plexiglass or acrylic, I can have a little hinge right here to open up this side, going across here, shutting flat. Because they're going to be down in there, we don't need it to open sideways. So we're gonna. I figure it's taking me 2 days to get here. It's going to take me another 2 days to finish. And I've got all the black padding for the floor. So it's going to look all nice. Figure that white ain't going to be there. All this black, that's how everything's going to look all the way around. And we just have to paint the sink black because it's a stainless steel sink. I'll leave the inside where the water hits stainless steel, but the outside and everything that holds it up, I'll paint black too. So, and then, I don't know if you can see back here, but I cut the hole out for that plug right there. Let me see, I can't see. That plug right there. I had to put the curtain around it, so I cut that out. So we're going to do the same thing for this. But that's basically the room we're going to have in here from that side to right there, actually back farther, because it'll be level with this tank here. So what's sticking out now won't be there. We'll be building it level with this. So she's going to have plenty of room back and forth. And then, like I said, there will be nothing against this wall. And this wall here, that sticks out a little bit right there. 6 inches, I figure. So when I really build that, I don't have to have it stick out 6 inches. I could build it, flat in there. But there'll be all kinds of room in this little room. So basically, these walls are going to be lined with stuff, and this wall is going to be lined with stuff. Nothing there. And it's turning out better looking than I thought. I mean, look at that stand and the tanks. Now, of course, not the colorful stuff like there. She don't put nothing on the bottom of the tanks for the breeding and the betas. So, that'll be 8 more tanks like that, basically. And it'll look nice. Well, I hate to keep, showing the same thing, but, this is a project I'm working on, so I couldn't video anything else coming in. And Josh got the video, the new goonch coming in. So, I mean, there's like nothing else going on out there that I need to show you guys. So, you had 2 of my videos in a row about this room here. I figure I'll skip the next video, and the one after that we can show you the finished up section. So I hope you guys liked it, and I'll keep working and busting away. And until next Friday, or until next video, stay fishy, my friends.